בבתים לא יודעים את המילים. תלמדו את המילים. סבבה? אתם מכירים את הפזמון, זה נקרא. לא מחפשת להביא, לא בא איתך פה, לא בא בני חתנו מנהלי שיבוא, יגיח אותי למקדנר את הבאים, ויגידו לי לילה, כי אני נזכר כי אני אוהבת שכב, אל תיקח אותי לבן. בא לי מישהו שיקשיב לי, ויעשה כל מה שרק אני רוצה.
The Tower of David, also known as the Citadel, is an ancient citadel located near the Jaffa Gate entrance to the old city of Jerusalem. The citadel that stands today dates to the Mamluk and Ottoman periods. It was built on the site of a series of earlier ancient fortifications of the Hasmonean, Herodian, Byzantine, and early Muslim periods after being destroyed repeatedly during the first decades of Crusader presence in the Holy Land by their Muslim enemies. And there it is, the Tower of David. Hi there, welcome to the old city of Jerusalem. I just made another video walking all through the old city, and so I'm not going to show any more of it than this in this video. I just wanted to start here, give a little taste of it, and then walk through the Jaffa Gate there into the more modern city of Jerusalem and explore around a bit on this very lovely sunny Thursday, September 14th, 2023, around 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius. A perfect, pleasant, warm day here. A little breeze which is helping to cool things down. And so as I showed on that map at the beginning there, the old city is divided into 4 quarters. There you can see Arabic up on the top of the Jaffa Gate entrance, restored with the generous help of South African Jewry, 1969. Interesting. So the old city is divided into 4 quarters: the Jewish, the Arab, the Christian, and Armenian quarters, sections of the old city. Up until the 1800s, the old city contained the entirety of the city of Jerusalem. All of Jerusalem was within the old city walls, which is a fairly large area actually. But here you can see it has expanded considerably and has traffic. There you can see a sign that says, in Hebrew, Arabic, and then English, center, Rahavia Talpiot. I don't know where those 2 other places are, but the city center of Jerusalem, out this way, there is the main pedestrian tourist street up here. My hotel that I showed at the beginning is right up here. And so I'm going to walk up there and then do a bit of random exploring. As you can see, just magnificent and very imposing old city walls. I love Jerusalem, JLM. So this is the main street right here. It is lined with all kinds of shops and restaurants. The music that I showed at the beginning was yesterday evening, just down here. And I have a shopping mission. I'm going to make a stop at a shop up here that sells backpacks. It is time to replace this thing. The zippers are breaking. It's all around worn down. So we'll see if I am successful. I'm going to be very, very picky. I need something with lots of pockets. So that was the shop right there. Found a couple that could work, but it's hard to find something that matches up with this backpack. It has all the pockets that I want. So I'm going to look around a little more, see what else I find. Nice little square here. And then let's continue on up the hill here. My hotel is just a couple minutes over there, so great location. Not especially cheap, but that is Israel. So you have this long pedestrian street with no cars on it, just the trams. I think that is a Russian Orthodox church there. Jaffa Street, leading to Jaffa Gate. And it is pointing in the direction of Jaffa, the city, next to Tel Aviv, over on the Mediterranean. Well, I guess some cars are allowed if they're really, really tiny. So a great spot here for eating and drinking. So this is where the music was playing that I showed at the beginning last night. I'm going to walk into this shaded area here with more restaurants and give you a few of the basic facts of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is, of course, a holy city to the three Abrahamic faiths. So, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I mention them in that order, being oldest first. Judaism, of course, going back to the story of Moses, and prior to that, the Israelites fleeing Egypt and ultimately settling here. More than 3,000 years ago. Jesus was a Jew. So of course Christianity, 2,000 years old now. And then Islam, founded by Muhammad in the 7th century AD. Jerusalem is claimed as the capital by both the Palestinians and the Israelis. So Israel recently made Jerusalem the capital of Israel, a controversial move because, of course, the Palestinian people strongly disagree. It is right on the edge of the West Bank of Palestine, which I traveled to the last time that I was here a few weeks ago. So Bethlehem, of course, birthplace of Jesus, is less than an hour's drive away in the West Bank. But you can travel there. You can go to the Dead Sea from here, a little over an hour away. When you leave Israel, at least it was my experience, the way that I went, then there was no stopping at the border. I saw armed guards at the border between Israel and Palestine, but we just drove on through. I was in a taxi. Entering back into Israel is when there was a long line of cars waiting to cross the border, and then at the border checkpoint I had to show my passport. I was not questioned or anything. It was very easy, but sometimes you might have problems or just face questioning coming back into Israel. As for flying into Ben Gurion Airport, the first time on this trip, I've been to Israel previously in 2018 and 2022, but when I was here a few weeks ago and flew into Ben Gurion, then no questions. This time the lady just asked me if I was here as a tourist, and I said yes, and that was basically it. So it has been easy for me arriving here, as well as leaving was very easy as well. When I left a couple weeks ago, a few questions about my luggage and whether anybody had given me anything to put in my luggage or something like that, but no questions about where I'd been or anything. Okay, so we're back on the Jaffa Street, heading up the hill. More backpacks and sandals. Let's head up the hill to the old market area, which is very interesting. So this is not the old market area, but a little market happening here. Old coins. It's really a jewelry market, it seems. Jewelry and coins and various trinkets. So what is that? Oh, Romanian currency. I was there. Romanian lei. A nice mural up there. Not sure what it's depicting, but maybe important Jewish and Israeli figures. There's an old man with a beard. And here we go into the bustling old market. So if you come to Israel, very likely you will fly into Ben Gurion International Airport towards Tel Aviv. And then the cheapest and really the easiest and probably fastest way to get here is by train, as opposed to taking a taxi or driving or whatever. But if you take the train, then you will get off at the main train station down there, and then it's a pleasant walk from the train station into this part of Jerusalem. But of course, if you have luggage, you might not want to walk, and so you can catch the tram, the streetcar, goes right past the train station, and it will take you all along here into the center of Jerusalem. But if you walk it, then you will walk right past this market here. And I am getting very hungry, so let's find a good place to take a seat and get some lunch and a drink that is maybe a little on the quieter side instead of super chaotic. But first, this is classic market action. We'll do a full tour of the market. Good looking sweets. Looks like must be different types of halva. Really good. Made from tahini. Tahini is one of the best things. Tahini sauce, halva. You put tahini sauce on just about anything and it's delicious. The first night that I was here, I had a shawarma wrap. So I asked for falafel and shawarma meat, like kebab meat, I guess. And at first he said no. Like, maybe that isn't a normal request, but I love falafel, but I wanted some meat in it as well. And so for some reason he said no at first, and then he said yes. So I don't know if he misunderstood me or what, but they went ahead and made it. It was huge.
Okay. If you want.
And he put some tahini sauce on it, like 2 scoops, and I said, can you put a little more? And he did another big one. It really makes a difference so that it isn't too dry. You have like falafel is quite dry, and the meat and everything else. So the tahini sauce and the hummus gives it a lot of flavor and moistens it up. So I recommend extra tahini. And so that wrap ended up being dinner and then breakfast yesterday morning. All right, I guess it basically ends here, but let's go back the other way. Also, I didn't find somewhere that I wanted to take a seat yet. Let's go back through, see if there are any more eating options. I'd rather not have another shawarma falafel wrap since that's what I had for dinner and breakfast. Shakshuka. That is tempting. Okay, we have more restaurant options, it seems. Fish Point, fish and chips. That sounds good too. All right, this is obviously the food court area. Lots of fast food. Some good-looking stuff. Okay, so another different section of the market that is uncovered. So many choices. See what the options are along here. Not seeing sit-down restaurants. And as for like how expensive is Israel, if you've seen my past videos, you will know it is very expensive. Not quite the most expensive place in the world, not quite at, you know, Switzerland, Iceland levels, but getting close. Eating out is especially expensive. The shawarma wrap, I think, was, let's see, it was 55 shekels. It would have been 45 if I had gotten just falafel or meat, but 55 with the combination, which I think was like $13 US. And, you know, that's fast food. That's the equivalent of a burrito on the street for $13. So that is, you know, your cheapest option. And it goes up from there. Okay. Just to show a little something more here. Let's wander down this way. See what we got down this street. Looks like getting quieter. That thing is cute. It's like a, well, I was going to say a rickshaw, but no, it's just a one-person thing like the one we saw before. Eat good, feel good. Health food market. We are now in the back streets of Jerusalem. Whoa. Okay, a bar. Bardak. Wish you were beer. What kind of place is that? So you have some quieter places off the main market area, so pizzeria there. Okay, lots of dining options back in here. Didn't expect that. And a bakery. Okay, time for me to get serious about making a decision. Alright, so I stopped in this place not knowing what they serve. Looks like their thing is shamburak. Never heard of it before. A Kurdish Syrian pastry served with a filling of your choice. Served hot and crispy, straight from the taboon. Never heard of a taboon, obviously an oven, with various sauces on the side. Inside every pastry is Indian mashed potato, fried onion, and chimichurri sauce. So this sounds really good. So then you choose which kind of a filling, and then you can also get a shepherd's pie. I guess that's something different. And then salads and soup, only served in winter, so no soup now, I guess. So I'm going to choose one of those. And speaking of halva, let's go for the halva. And drinks. So red wine, white wine, bottled beer, apple cider. Let's go for an apple cider. That sounds really good. Hopefully it's a cold one, I would assume. And then Moscow Israeli beer called Moscow. Interesting. All right, looking forward to seeing what this is like. I guess this is the taboon. Is this the taboon?
Yes, you want the picture, you can.
Thank you. So you can see them cooking away in there. I didn't realize that it's an alcoholic cider. It tastes exactly like just regular apple cider. Look what they have there. Ouzo. I recognize the label. Yep, I can see it says Ouzo on top. Interesting, in a Syrian restaurant. Excuse me. I just had a question. I was curious. Do you serve the ouzo? I noticed there was ouzo there.
Yes.
Oh, you do serve ouzo?
You want ouzo?
No, I was just curious because it's like a Syrian restaurant, yeah? Or it's kind of Mediterranean?
No, it's Arabic.
It is Israeli. Ah, okay, I see. Just I've been to Greece and I noticed the ouzo, so I was curious. Thank you. So I'm glad that I got this cleared up, that it's actually an Israeli restaurant. Does that look good or what? So it comes with these sauces on the side, some vegetables, tahini, and looks like a tomato sauce. All right, I'm sure it's gonna be tasty. Just gonna dig in here. And so I got the beef chorizo filling. That looks so flavorful. Let's put a little tahini on it. I guess the veggies should go on there as well, but it is really good. So they didn't have the halva, unfortunately, so I got another dessert. So it's kind of like a pudding thing, I guess. Let's give this a try. Wow. That is amazing. It has a lot more flavor than it looks like. Well, that was a good choice. I highly recommend that restaurant there. Delicious and reasonably priced there as well for a big, main course there, and then dessert and a alcoholic cider there. So lucked into a good place there. So I am now just doing a little random exploring. I looked on my phone as far as what else to see in Jerusalem, and mostly it is the sites within the old city and then various places to go that are sort of out of the center that would involve catching a taxi or whatever, and I'm not in the mood for a big wander out of the center here. So I just thought that I would do a little random wandering and see what we come across just right around here. So I'll mention also that I asked the waitress there because I wanted to clarify if that was actually a traditional, old Israeli dish. And when I asked her the next time, then she said Kurdish. She said like Kurdish Israeli. And of course the Kurds are in Syria and northern Iraq and Turkey. So I wasn't completely clear on that, but it sounds like it is basically just kind of from the region and may have, been eaten in different cultures. But that was a just really tasty and satisfying meal there. A lot of advertising for this whatever Jewish rabbi's speech or something. So, regular neighborhoods here. Maybe I will wander down this way instead of right down the same pedestrian street and just see if we come across anything at all interesting. Get a little taste here of regular life. This is a really interesting neighborhood, actually. Very traditionally Jewish. Salam. Shalom. I wasn't sure if he said salam. Is that just hello, maybe? I know shalom is peace and also a greeting in Hebrew.
And the kids are going to school.
Tell your wife I said hello. She's your dog.
So back at the main street, I think this is going to wrap up the video. As I mentioned, I showed the old city in another video that I recorded earlier, so I will put the link down below to that if you want to see the incredible old city of Jerusalem. Time for me to get off my legs, get out of the heat, and relax in my room. There again, the same mural and the market. So it is a 10 to 15 minute walk from here back down to my room. That is all from Jerusalem. As for what I'm doing next, I seriously have no idea. As I mentioned in my other video, I'm planning to go to Cyprus next from here. That could literally be tomorrow or the next day, but I'm deciding whether to see some more tomorrow. Gotta check flights and whatnot, make up my mind, basically. All right. That is all from Jerusalem. Shalom. And thought that I would finish off here with one more little walk down the Jaffa Street, since it's very busy now. Ultimate people watching.
Oh my god! Can you take this, please?
לא ראיתי איזה כדי להגיד לך,